I never have 5 at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. So where are you, Ellen? What city are you in?
Well, I'm living at China, Beijing.
Oh, you're Beijing. Okay.
Yeah.
And Julie, you are where? You in
Uh,
Beijing as well?
yes, you're right.
Okay, too. Well, is the sun up yet in Beijing or still dark outside? Is it still dark outside?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm in Bali in Indonesia. Take another 2 hours before the sun is up.
Ah,
Well, it looks like there might be just the two of you ladies, but we can get started, yeah? You ready to go? Get the ball rolling?
yes.
As you can tell, I'm Canadian, so I speak with a lot of idioms. So we can get the ball rolling means let's get started. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Today it's all about unconventional yet successful online businesses. All right. So let's start off with a question. This is just so that I can hear your vocabulary, okay? You have a good vocabulary, pronounce the words correctly, and can put it into a good grammatically correct sentence. So, Ellen, the way I like to do it is have you read the question first, think about it, and then come back to
Now,
me with a good grammatically correct sentence, okay? So,
Okay.
go ahead, Ellen.
What are the pros and cons of starting an unconventional business as opposite to a more mainstream one?
Now, so, what do you think is some of the pros and some of the cons? Pros means for, and cons means against.
Okay. Well, above all, I think the unconventional business is more technical. Uh, we can use more technique on the business and try to use new technology or facilities on the business. Uh, we
Yeah.
we can also use the advantage of internet, uh, such as the electric economic economy.
E-commerce. They call that e-commerce.
Yeah, internet e-commerce. Yeah, we can sell things online without open open a shop on the line. So
Yeah.
it also can provide a cut off all the time. So I think it's the advantage. On the
And the
other hand,
disadvantage, other hand, yeah, good
yeah,
word. I like.
disadvantage things are, are as follows, such as uh, people can't people can't accept the concept, or they don't have the mindset, right mindset against the about the about those new things. So maybe it will result in failure if this idea is too open or
Radical.
too new to them.
Yeah, I'd use a word like radical. It's too radical, too new. It's too new.
Too new.
Okay. Yeah, too new. It's radical, you know?
Radical.
All right, great words. I like the one other hand. On the other hand, that's really good English. Instead of, in my opinion, I like the way you transition from a pros to a cons by saying, on the other hand, great. Now, Julie, look at question number 2.
Mm-hmm. In what ways does running a online business differ from a brick and mortar outlet?
Do you know what
Uh,
a brick and mortar outlet is? A brick and mortar. You know what a brick and mortar?
no.
Radical.
That's a real shop, you know? It's got,
Ah,
it's a real shop. It's a real shop you can visit, you know? So the bricks, it's made of brick and mortar. So it's a physical shop. It's a physical store. So they call that now brick and mortar, like Apple computers could be sold online, but they've opened up all of these retail shops around the world in brick and mortar so that you can go in and touch and feel things and play with them, which you can't do online. Or like a clothing store. You can order a shirt online, but you have no idea what it feels like, if it's going to fit, etc. So maybe a lot of people go to a brick and mortar shop, feel it, touch it, put it on, and then they go back home and order it online.
yes.
So, so go. What? Any other things you can think of?
Mm, different from brick and mortar outlet.
Like you got real people. You know, you've got real people to deal with. You got store clerks. You got people that can help you. Think of the real differences between a brick and mortar and then when you order online.
Yeah, okay. So maybe mm, in my okay, when we buy something from when we buy some clothes or clothes online, and maybe the real uh, it sometimes it's really different from what we get them. In fact, there are a lot of difference, like color, like texture and quality. So
Absolutely right. You know, when you got a brick and mortar shop, you can take it back and swap it. With an online shop, big hassle, right?
mm-hmm.
So there's lots of pros and cons.
Yes.
But I think the online shopping is overtaking bricks and mortars. Just unusual people like Apple that decide, well, we'll build thousands of shops around the world. That's very brave of them, considering what the internet is like Alibaba, Amazon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. We're off to a good start. I don't know where the other 3 people are. They must still be in bed. Well done, ladies, for getting up. That's great of you. All right.
Sorry.
I yes.
I'm not female. I'm male.
Oh, I am so sorry, Ella.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize profusely.
Yeah, I'm confused about the words, ladies.
I am so embarrassed.
But
Oh God.
no. But sometimes I think Elon, sometimes I think your voice is like girls.
Well, Elon is I was thinking Ellen. Ellen.
And
Elon.
I thought
Elon.
it's Elon.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
sometimes I think you are also a voice just like
Oh,
Oh, okay. Never
sorry.
mind.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry. I apologize profusely. I would be very upset. Oh God. I'll just put it down to your early morning voice.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's my problem. You get to see me, but I don't get to see you. I am so embarrassed.
No problem.
okay.
It's
All
okay.
right. All right. All right. Again, one more time. I am so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Elon, if you could do the first three words of the vocabulary, please.
Of course.
Guru.
Guru,
Yeah.
right? Someone
Yeah.
who knows a lot about a particular subject and gives advice to other people.
Yes. Guru. Just
Gu-
guru.
Guru, guru,
Two two
Jilt.
consonants. Guru is two symbol. Guru. It's
guru, guru.
simple as that. Yes.
Okay,
Two syllables. All right. One
okay,
syllable. This one.
okay. Well,
Jilt.
Jilt.
jilt,
Jilt.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
jilt. To to suddenly end a close romantic relationship with someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fraternity.
Frat
Fraternity.
Fraternity.
fraternity,
Fraternity.
fraternity,
Fraternity.
fraternity,
Yeah. Like that. Fraternity.
Frat-
Fraternity.
Fraternity.
fraternity,
Yeah.
fraternity.
Four syllables.
Okay.
Fraternity.
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 Fraternity,
Yeah.
fraternity. All the
Yeah. When I
people who work
go
in
ahead.
a particular profession or share a particular interest.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was at university in Canada, I belonged to a fraternity. And we were just a bunch of guys that liked sports. Then there was another fraternity, they liked politics. And we had another fraternity that liked partying. So each fraternity had their own special interest. So I was a member of a fraternity. Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
Okay.
Julie?
Yes. Textbook used to describe something that is done exactly as it should be done, or happen exactly as it should happen.
All right.
Nos- Nostalgia,
Yep.
uh, a feeling that a time in the past was good, or the activity of remembering a good time in the past, and wishing that things had not changed.
Yeah. You could say something like we had a very nostalgic discussion about our university days. So we're going back thinking how good it
Nostalgia.
was.
Mhm.
Oh, there we are. Someone else. Oh, another early bird. Hang on. Let's see who this is. Good morning, Penny.
Good morning, teacher.
We're just getting sort of started. We're into the
Nostalgia.
vocabulary. And today we're talking about some successful online businesses which were
Nostalgia.
unusual. Okay?
Okay.
All
Nostalgia.
right. So we've just finished the vocabulary with Elon, Julie, Penny. There's still two missing.
Nostalgia.
So, Penny, could you read the introduction? I'm going to throw you in the deep end of the pool. There you go.
Okay. You could be forgiven for thinking that every business idea has already been considered, or that any future business will be based on existing concepts. In fact, new business models crop up at all the time. In this lesson, we are going to look at a few nice conventional online business ideas which have already taken off.
Good, great. No problem. No mispronunciation. That's fantastic. All right. Each one of you will get to read about a particular unconventional business. So, Elon, if you could read hard to find seminars.
No problem. Hard to find seminars. Machel's son of, right? Machel's son of.
Yeah.
Machel's
Son
son
of,
of
yeah.
badly wanted to attend the seminar, right? Seminar of his
More like seminar.
seminar. Okay,
Yeah.
seminar. Okay, attend the seminar of his favorite marketing guru. The only trouble was the seminar cost around $20,000. Determined not to spend so much money or to miss out on marketing advice from his hero, he managed to find someone who had attended the seminar and was willing to part with the materials for just $50. What he did next would become the basic of his online business. He broke up the materials and sold them on individually for a totally 1,005 for
Seven,
yeah
seven, 700.
$1,700. Son of sells seminar materials online and nice profit of around $1,000 per day.
Yeah. So he's gone from he couldn't attend the seminar, which was $20,000. That's a very expensive seminar. And now he buys all the old material. And now he's making $30,000 per month if he's working 7 days a week. Wow. But I wonder what about copyright laws? Okay, good. Good. So it's just seminar. Roll the R at the end. Seminar. Okay. So, Julie, there you go. Oop. I do. Now I don't.
Okay. Young entrepreneur Bruce Opperman.
Joshua.
Josh
Joshua.
Joshua Joshua uh,
Joshua.
Joshua Opperman turned a bad situation into a killer business idea. Opperman's fi-
Fiance.
financial
No, no,
fiance
Fiance.
fiance changed her mind about marrying him and handed him back the ring he'd bought for her when they got engaged. The jurors offered to buy it back from him at 13% of the initial price. Is what promoted Opperman to launch his website, a place where jilted lovers can sell their unwanted engagement rings for a fair price.
Yeah, so it's Josh,
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 Joshua, Josh,
Joshua,
Joshua,
Joshua, Joshua.
Joshua,
Yeah,
Joshua.
I'm trying to think with the origin of the name Joshua. I think Joshua is a biblical name. But anyways, his fiance,
Fiancé,
fi, fiance,
fiancé, fiancé,
fiance.
Fiance.
Say, yeah, when you see this little mark here like this is called an accent mark. And the minute you see that, you can know that it's French. And
Yes,
they pronounce it fiance instead of
fiancé,
e. It actually should be. I've got that a little wrong. You should be able to say
fiancé,
fiance,
fiancé.
fiance. Yeah. That's like your bride to be. So he was a bride. Oh, come on, Brian.
P-R,
Bride. That's
P-R-I-T. Yeah,
bride to be. Yeah, that's his fiance. He was engaged to her, but he got jilted. Jilted.
Jill.
Yeah, she said no. She said no. So he was loaded with a ring he'd spent maybe, let's say, $1,000 on. He went to the jeweler, and the jeweler says, "Yeah, I'll give you $300." Whoa, hang on, hang on. So I guess he opened up a business where he could sell it for 500 or 700.
Mm-hmm.
So it turned into be, looks like, a pretty successful business. Great idea when you think of it.
Yes.
Great idea. All right, question. Now, here we go. Penny, look at the question. Are you a seminar attender, or do you like to go to seminars or further education? That's the question. So read the question first, Penny. And then I was telling Elon and Julie, I'd like you to read the question, think about it, and then come back with a really good grammatically correct sentence, okay? So go ahead, Penny.
Um, could you explain the seminar?
A seminar? Oh, it's education. I could go to a seminar on public speaking, or I could go to a seminar on sales management, or I could go to sales training for 2 days, how to sell to senior executives. It can be about anything. There's lots of gurus out there running seminars where you pay money and you sit in the audience and you learn for half a day, whole day, 2 days, 3 days. So it's like someone teaching you something. So there's a whole industry run around seminars, and there's some really famous gurus like Tony Robinson from America, and he does seminars on positive thinking, how to be a positive thinker, and he's very inspiring. So people pay a lot of money to go to his seminar on positive thinking and how to be successful. So, is there any particular seminar you'd like to go? Maybe something related to your work or your family?
Oh, I most like to attend um family seminar.
What seminar, dear?
A family
Oh,
seminar.
all right. Uh, And, and what would you, if you went to a family seminar, you wanted to go and listen to a day of the modern family or how to get along in a family? How much could you, how much would you be willing to pay?
1,000 1 year.
How much, dear?
1,000 1 year.
$1,000 for 1 year. Okay, that's a fair price. That's $100 a month. All right. Question number two, Elon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Question number two.
Well,
Brainstorm.
brainstorm the best and the worst products for retaining their value.
Like like in Australia, a car is the worst. The minute you drive a car out of the showroom, it's not worth anything. But what can retain its values, would be something like diamonds
Yes.
or gold. Can you think of anything, uh, Elon?
Yeah.
What would you say would be the best and the worst?
Well,
Postcard.
well.
No.
Excuse me. I think maybe I confused about the meaning of this question. Does this mean I should give some examples about
Yes.
about the best products and the worst products.
Yeah, when you see the word brainstorm,
Okay.
that
Well,
means, just think off the top of your head. Don't, it's, we're going to brainstorm this. In other words, just fire out what you think is a great idea. So it says brainstorm. And I said, well, strange thing came to my mind was a car, because the minute you drive it out of the showroom, it loses value.
okay.
Yes.
Yet, yet if I buy diamonds and gold, it retains its value. That's the first thing that came to mind. That's a brainstorm. So
Okay.
if you're ever in a meeting, they say, okay, let's brainstorm for some new ideas. Everybody just sits around and shoots out what they think is a new idea. They say the only bad idea is the one you keep to yourself. So brainstorming means, look, let's think outside the box. Let's
Okay.
think of something, okay?
Okay.
So what
Well, I think the best products for retaining their value uh, is the is the golden
gold too? Yeah,
gold
yeah, gold.
Oh,
golden
Jewel,
facilities of
gold jewelry.
yeah jewelry
yeah.
and in addition I think it's the historical memos.
Historic art, I guess, or art. They call it artifact.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
artifact.
about what about the worst?
Worst is the digital devices
Oh yes, yes,
such
absolutely correct.
such as the Kindle. I mean
Yeah,
the ebook devices
yeah, yeah,
or the phone, iPhone or other smartphones or the
yeah, yeah,
computers.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I agree fully. Every year, different model. The one that you spent $1,000 on last year is only worth two, $300 this year. 1 year, 2 years, finished. Good comparison. All right. Julie, look at number three, Julie.
What other products can yield a higher profit when broken up into parts?
Yeah, it's like,
Mhm.
think of it. Think of it, old cars, yeah? If you take a bunch of old cars and you buy the old car for a junkyard for $200, $300, then what they do is they go into the old car and they take all the parts off it. And they sell each part one at a time. So
Mhm.
they can make a lot of money. So old cars, car parts. But can
Ye-
you think of anything else like that?
Other products. Mm,
Taking something and breaking it apart. And then you're selling the individual pieces.
yes. Mm,
Well, com- computers too, they take old computers and pull all the parts off and then resell.
yes.
But think of something else.
Mm,
Oh,
Maybe I think
well,
okay. Some
we're brain, we're, we're brainstorming. Doesn't matter. The only bad answer is no answer. So go ahead.
you, you know sometimes people just some some merchandise sell some plant. They just they they split some of the plant into different parts, like like its skin and its core. uh, in China, for some plant, its core has some medical or medicine or cure value, so they can,
Yeah.
for the skin they can be eat, and for the core or its fruit they can be used as a drug or medicine. So maybe they have more value when they are
Break up
growing
the.
up. Yeah,
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking if you get a big bunch of plants and you broke it all up and you sold all the individual parts, the seeds, the medicine, the bark, the leaves, you can make a lot more money than just the tree.
yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. So great minds think alike. It was good. Good example.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Julie, it's your turn to read Greek
Okay,
year.
Greek gear. Joseph Tat, uh, Tat, Tatlio,
Tantilo.
Tantilo and his wife were expecting their first baby, having already considered switching to working at home. Tantilo was inspired by an article he had read in a business magazine while waiting for a doctor's appointment. He launched an online site. He launched a online site selling personalized clothing targeted at the Greek fraternity.
Yeah.
Using links to his own university, the business he started with less than $18 grew fast. Currently, GreekGear.com has an annual turnover of $1.9 million.
Yeah. So this is what I belong to at university. You see, they wear these Greek letters. They're called Greek society. And every university and all the big universities in Canada or America have these
Annual.
fraternities, but they use Greek letters. Like
Ah,
I belong to Zeta Psi. This one is Zeta Nu. And so they would have Sigma Chi. They always use Greek letters for some reason. I don't know why. But your reading was excellent. No problem at all. Penny in a pickle.
In a pickle, Ziegfeld story is a textbook example of how to turn a hobby into a business. The uh,
yeah.
the Yale
Yale.
Yale graduate and former TV producer began making pickles at home out of nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. He had learned that the art while growing up, his pickle was such a hit with his friends that he couldn't help thinking there might be something more he could do with his talent. He began the experimenting and came up with the many unique Paco recipes that new from the backbone of his highly successful online pickle selling business.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just really get into something today for
Backbone.
everybody. When you
Backbone.
I think from the Mandarin language, for some reason, everybody wants to add a onto the everything. So instead
Recipe.
of saying just and, people want to say anda. And it
And
really, yeah, that's wrong. It's just and. And there's words like you said,
Nostalgia.
back, bone. There's no
nostalgia,
A in that backbone. It's just backbone.
nostalgia,
I notice a lot of people when they're learning English, they want to add that A and they'll say like volley ball, or they'll
nostalgia,
say
nostalgia,
basket,
nostalgia,
basket
nostalgia,
ball. There's no
nostalgia,
A there. It's just
nostalgia,
volleyball,
nostalgia,
basketball.
nostalgia.
And it's a really, really, really hard habit to break. Okay, it's just out of habit. But I think, like we in Canada, we say A behind everything. Where are you going, eh? What's your name, eh? Or my mother went to the store, eh? And I had to learn to break that habit of putting that A on the end of it because people could tell straight away I was a Canadian because only
Experiment,
Canadians and New Zealanders put this A on the end of everything. So I
experiment,
don't do that anymore, eh? And the Americans always make fun of us. They always say, "Oh, you're Canadian." It's like, wow. So I got rid of that. So you've got to
Pickle.
be careful when you're reading words like and, backbone, volleyball. You got to take that A out of it. And the only way I can suggest is that you make a recording of your voice and listen back and listen to all the places that you put the A there. And then do it again with read something very
nostalgia,
slowly and try not to put the A's in there. Okay, because that in a way that gives you your accent. They can know that you're from China the minute you start saying all of these A's on the end of everything. Okay? Sorry to devote, but it's really it's the
nostalgia,
one repetitive thing that I always hear,
nostalgia,
particularly with the word and. Everybody wants to say and.
nostalgia.
No such word. Okay? All right. So questions. Whoa, this is some heavy questions. Elon, there we go. Question number 1.
Okay. Well, which demographic
Demographic.
which
Demo.
demographic do you think you understand best? What and how will you sell to them?
Yeah. So I would think the best demographic you understand would first of all be China. And then I guess it depends on the city you live in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because people in the south of China versus people in Shanghai may be different in Beijing. So what demographic do you understand the best, Elon?
I think it's a city I'm living now.
Which is Beijing, yeah?
Beijing, yeah, correct.
And what's different about the people in Beijing, say, compared to the people in Shanghai? What's unique about their demographic? Can you think of anything?
Well, firstly, I think uh, Beijing has more people in in there, and and people are most of the people are uh, um um most of the people moved to there,
Ah,
which is who are not the cinema.
okay. So the new members of the city, yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So
citizens.
is it a young population or an old population? What would you
I
say?
prefer
How would you
the
just
young,
okay,
young,
so it's young.
young people.
I would say because it's Beijing, I would say it's young professionals, yeah?
Yeah.
People work, yeah. So that's a very interesting demographic. So that's different than you might sell in, Guangzhou, because you've got these young professionals in Beijing. All right, Julie, question number 2.
Mhm. Which hobbies convert well into businesses, such as writing or just people would like to sell or selling or buying things online. They could also, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Just like, people will buy something, shop around for a bargain, then resell it, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So like a hobby, like t-shirts, buying, going into junk shops and buying really interesting t-shirts for $2, $3, then marking them up to $20 and selling them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Penny, the last question there, Penny.
I think the most interesting business is that make making functional product and selling them to who interest who uh who are interested in it.
Okay, so making functional products of any sort. Okay, how much time we got left here? Only a few minutes. Okay, we get through this quite quickly. Uh, Elon, jilt. Which one is it?
Jilt means
1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5?
to suddenly reject or abandon a lover.
Yeah. Yes. Nostalgia, Julie.
Nostalgia. Uh, the last one, a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past.
Yeah, great. Fraternity, Penny.
Uh, fertility.
Fraternity, but which one is it? Is it 1, 3, or 4?
Someone someone who knows a lot about a
Fraternity.
particular
Fraternity.
subject and give advice to other people.
Oh, sorry, darling. It's number 3.
Yes.
All
Fraternity.
the people who work in a particular profession. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Guru,
Fraternity.
Elon,
Fraternity.
guru.
Fraternity.
Well, guru means someone who knows a lot about a particular subject and gives
Yeah.
advice to other people.
Yeah. And finally, Julie.
A textbook describe a perfect example.
Good. Okay. There we are. Wow, now we've got just a few seconds left here, but I want to go back to the beginning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you've got a new idiom today, and if you meet a friend today and they say, "Whoa, what are you doing today?" You can say, "I was up at the crack of dawn learning English." Or you could say, "I was up bright and early." Those are two very, very common English idioms for really early in the morning like this, okay?
Yes.
Crack of dawn means just as the sun is coming up. So when you go in the office on today, you can say, "Oh gosh, I was up at the crack of dawn learning English with this Canadian guy." Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Elon, sorry.
No problem. I have a question.
Yes.
Uh, you mean I can say I was I was wake up at the crack of dawn. Another sentence is the
Yeah.
I Is I
Bright.
Bright and early. Bright and early.
Brighton. What is Brighton?
Bright. Bright. Bright means like it's to do with the sun. Bright. So just I was up bright, like as the sun is coming up. It's a bit higher. It's a bit later. The crack of dawn is like, boy, just as the sun is coming up. Bright and early might be like an hour later. It's like the sun is bright, So you just say, I'm up bright and early. They both just mean I was up early. But,
I'm just up bright early.
yeah, I got up bright and early to learn English, or I got up at the crack of dawn to learn English. Both basically the same, So there's there's 3,000 English idioms. So there's an endless supply, I was up at the crack of dawn. I was up as the cock crowed. Like I was up when the rooster crowed. You'll say I was up when the cock crowed, or there's 100 ways to say I was up bright and early, or I was up just as the sun was coming up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. 3 out of 5. That's not bad. Not bad. It could have been busier. We got lucky. So thank you, everyone, go have your breakfast now. Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you.
you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.